What a place.
Thank you guys for coming today. Well, Steve, it was funny. It was great to have met you a couple months ago and see what you've created and what you both are involved with and have done. So tell me how you guys got together and how this whole thing started.
It was during the AT&T Pro-Am. We spoke about different ways to work together, what we bring to the table, what a great company like Adidas brings to the table. And we were talking about the Clambake. We were looking at the trophies, at the otters and the whales and the clam trophies. And
it was kind of amazing because we had been talking about how inspired from that era of golf and the fashion that comes from that era and the whole Clambake and how much fun and how it brought people together. Why I think this collaboration is so key. Like, we focus from an Adidas standpoint, we focus on performance a lot. Like, that's one of our main things that we bring to the game is technology and innovation. I think you guys do very well, like a classic golf meets street almost, So this kind of combination with your dad's sort of inspiration is a really cool, interesting collection that I don't think has really been done before.
so, Harry, could you talk to us about your father a little bit?
Well, first and foremost, he was a great dad. And Bing Crosby, as he was known, it was kind of he was dropped into Los Angeles at a time where lots of things were changing. Silent film going to speakeasies. Radio was coming in and becoming a major force. Recording was becoming a major force. And because of his voice, it really caught on. And it kind of launched him into how we know him and how we remember him, which is kind of on a global basis, one of the great singers and one of the great artists.
Well, if this is television, I hope it's permanent.
And had a lot of great passions. Golf was kind of top of the list, and he included us on all of that, particularly my brother and I, and Nathaniel grew up to be a really accomplished golfer. We both played well. Nathaniel took it to really the ultimate level and was U.S. amateur champ. And golf has been very much part of our life.
Knowing how much your dad loved the game of golf and started this tournament, can you tell us a little bit about the Clambake?
It actually started in 1937, and it was for a wonderful cause. They were trying to raise money locally for the local community, and it was a pro-am, which is a unique concept. Golf was not as organized as it is today. And back then, they were journeymen. They were great golfers that were being paid a couple $100 for a win to drive across the country. And Dad was able to, in his early years, he was probably in his early 30s, was able to pull together a group of pros and some luminaries back then that were his peers, and and create this small event. They moved up to the Monterey area where they played Pebble Beach and Cypress Point and Spyglass, and did a rotation. And then in the 40s, as the 50s came in, television came in. So a lot of presidents and other folks had played and built this incredible force that raised a lot of money.
How did he connect all these people, these business people and actors and golfers together? How did he bring them together?
Well, there's the one four-letter word, which is golf. All of these folks had a love for golf. I mean, it was a little bit of drinking, a little bit of partying, and the group together. They would have 3 or 4 artists, and they would sing in what became the Clambake.
It's kind of amazing because we had been talking about how inspired we were, probably because we were at the tournament itself, yes, how inspired we were from that era of golf. And so we were kind of already vibing off that whole kind of inspiration. And then I think it was a couple of weeks later, we got a call from you guys and wanted to do something. It was like meant to be.
Yeah. He hit me and said, "Hey, believe it or not." And I said, "Well, I believe it." And then he said, "They want to do a project. Should we do this together?" And I said, "I can't even believe we're talking about this. I would love to."
It's so amazing. I've seen your store and I've seen your products, but I've never kind of worn them. And I'm wearing this incredible cardigan with this, with these incredible design. And tell me about this, because it looks like it's a one of a kind.
It was inspired by, again, your dad's tournament, your dad's friends, and your dad's apparel and the way they were dressing back for the original Clambakes and such. And the artwork comes directly off of one of the covers of one of the pamphlet brochures that was used as the tournament guide for the participants.
Oh, no kidding. That's great.
Know who was playing, and they'd had little articles in it and such.
Well, I do think what you guys are doing is great, and I do think you pulled on a thread that reflects a lot of what my dad was about in terms of the way he acted and the way he dressed, which is to be approachable and to be casual, but still, together. So thank you. This is great.
Big goals. Big goals.